across this video, chances are that you're beginning your real estate investment journey, or maybe you're kind of looking to sort of expand your knowledge in the real estate industry. The flexibility of real estate is really what attracts so many people looking to generate an ongoing source of income that you're fairly easily, I would say, able to scale over time. These investment properties, they can really be operated as short, medium, or long-term rentals. Now, which one of these sort of routes you choose to pursue is kind of up to you as the investor and the broader market. For instance, we take a look back to 2022, the short-term rental market. It was booming. Investors were kind of flocking to open up Airbnbs and Verbos for themselves. But, conversely, here in 2023, the short-term rental market has really cooled substantially. So, savvy investors know that more research is really required to find what I like to call kind of your market niche that will earn you the best returns on your properties operating as STRs. Now, research tools such as airdna.co are really outstanding to help you understand these sort of local STR markets and their conditions. Now, once you have found this good STR market to invest in, you have a property acquisition in mind, performing analyses such as predicting, say, your occupancy rate and your cash flow potential are really important steps to getting your short-term rental off the ground. But one of the most critical parts of this process, and it's sometimes really not given the attention it merits, is finding a lending partner who can finance your STR strategy. My name is Thomas here at Easy Street Capital, and today I'm going to be discussing 12 of the most frequently asked questions we get here from our short-term rental borrowers in our DSCR loan program. So let's jump right in. All right, teed up, question one. Where do you lend on short-term rentals? So it's pretty cool. We actually lend nationwide here. We lend in every state except for Nevada and then North and South Dakota. So a cool part about us is that we rent in non-traditional and tertiary markets as well in sort of all these eligible states. Okay, question two. I'm looking to purchase a vacant home and turn it into an Airbnb. Is this eligible under the Easy Rent DSCR program? So yes, it is. So properties that are currently operating under any use are eligible for our DSCR program, including vacant properties. Could be someone else's home as well, or even properties that are, of course, already operating as an Airbnb or vacation rental. Question three, how much do I need to put down for down payment if I'm purchasing? So, this kind of, I guess, sort of varies based on your specific loan terms, but we have sort of a minimum down payment of 20%. Question four. I'm a first-time investor, and I've been told by other lenders that I need experience to obtain an investment property loan. Can I qualify with Easy Street? So yes, actually, absolutely. So we welcome first-timers here at Easy Street, and the cool part is we don't really apply any restrictions on them. Question number five. I'm looking to purchase in a dedicated vacation market that is centered around specific seasons. Is this okay? Okay, cool. So this kind of ties back to question, I think it was 2. So again, we're happy to lend in areas that are these sort of dedicated vacation towns. They have these seasonal variances in revenue when it comes to comparable properties, and these properties are also vacation rentals. So, think ski, beach towns, that sort of thing. We're happy to lend in those. Question 6, how are your loans structured? So, okay, our loans, they kind of have a 30-year term as sort of our base. They have a fixed interest rate throughout the term, and usually they carry a 5-year prepayment penalties. But investors can sort of buy down those prepayment penalties if they want. While most of our loans are fully amortizing, we also offer 10-year interest-only options as well. And then we also require monthly escrows for your property taxes and your insurance payments. Question 7, I'm in the process of getting the applicable licenses and permits for my STR, and I may not receive them prior to closing. Is this a problem for getting a loan? So this question, it's actually, it's funny, it's actually coming up more and more as we kind of see more cities requiring these permits to operate short-term rentals. I know, for example, take the city of Nashville. This is a great example of this really increasing local STR regulation. I know they were actually one of the first cities to do that. But kind of back to the question, the answer is generally no, actually. So our underwriting and our qualification processes, they don't explicitly evaluate local licensing and regulations with respect to our DSCR loans, which is definitely a perk for investors. Question 8. I have partners in an LLC with split ownership of the property. Is that okay? Well, not only is that okay, I would say we kind of recommend borrowing through an LLC, although we also allow borrowing as an individual as well in most of these states. So we do require a full guarantee for anyone who has more than 25% ownership of the entity, and we allow up to 4 separate guarantors on each of our loans. Question number 9. How is DSCR, so debt service coverage ratio, how is this calculated? Okay, so this is an easy one. So because we lend on residential properties, not commercial ones, we calculate DSCR by taking your monthly sort of projected income, so that can be your rent if it's long-term, your STR income if it's a short-term, and we divide that by your monthly payment, which kind of holds the acronym PITIA. So this stands for principal, interest, tax, escrow, your insurance escrow, any sort of HOA dues on the property. Now, what's pretty neat about our DSCR product is that no expenses besides these taxes, insurance, or HOA dues are considered in our underwriting or our qualification processes. Question number 10. The property I am looking to finance does not have 12 months of STR operating history. Will I still be able to get the loan and calculate DSCR? So yeah, in these cases, the sort of revenue portion of this DSCR ratio, it can be determined by a couple of things. One is your long-term rental market rent as determined by a third-party appraiser. That's one of the options. And what's cool is something that we can do here at Easy Street, and it's actually pretty unique within the industry landscape, is that in many cases, if we have a short-term rental we're looking at, we can use short-term rental projection data from sources, mainly the source airdna.co, the website, to qualify the revenue portion of the DSCR. That's a really neat thing that we're able to do here at Easy Street. Question 11. What is the minimum DSCR for Easy Rent? Okay, so our minimum DSCR is generally 0.75, which means that we're going to finance loans sometimes that are actually negatively cash flowing. Now, you might say, why in the world would we do this financing for a negative cash flowing property? Well, basically, there's a few sort of levers that can actually increase the property value and make it worth good. So one is definitely the opportunity for this price appreciation throughout the duration of the loan. I mean, these are 30-year loans. Who knows what the market's going to look like here in 30 years? And additionally, your actual short-term rental revenue can actually come to sort of exceed what our initial rental projections or what sort of the market rent was. All right, and last but certainly not least, question 12. My short-term rental is a condo. Is that eligible? Yes, absolutely it is. So we lend on condos all the time with loans that are consistent with our standard structure and our rates. Now, there are some limits on LTV and DSCR based on the characteristics of the condo structure. For example, if it's a non-warrantable condo, it's going to carry some more of these restrictions. But importantly, we do still lend on these non-warrantable units. A lot of lenders don't, including conventional ones. And your sort of HOA dues for whether it's a warrantable or a non-warrantable condo, they're going to be included in the PITIA payments when you calculate that DSCR ratio. All right, well, so that wraps up this video on the 12 frequently asked questions we get here at Easy Street about our DSCR short-term rental lending program. If you're just getting started sort of in the short-term rental space, I really encourage you to check out our beginner's video on how to get started with Airbnb investing. This one kind of walks you through the short-term rental acquisition process and sort of associated processes there. Now, regardless though, if you have any questions about this video or you have any additional questions about just STR lending in general, feel free to drop them here in the comments here below. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe to us here at Easy Street Capital on YouTube for more industry.